Heyo! What's up, guys? What's going on, everybody? How are you all here this Friday afternoon? How was everybody's day? How was everybody's week? Crazy volatility again. Big sell-off in the morning, and then a rally, and then a big rally back in the afternoon, and it is directly tied to the same thing that I've been talking about now for the last couple of days, and that's the 10-year Treasury yields. 10-year Treasuries spiked early in the morning, went up over 1.6. That added pressure in equities in the overall markets. Markets continued to sell off. We actually broke below yesterday's lows on the NASDAQ, which has been significantly weaker than every other index as the big tech sector continues to get routed. That has not changed. I think there still is some downside left in tech. And you're seeing the other sectors are still outperforming, like, your big outperformer again today, energy. This is what we've been talking about for the last couple of days. Nothing new here. This is just a reoccurring theme as that rotation continues, as the tech sector gets hurt, as rates rise. If you guys have been following the channel now for a while, you know that I've been talking about this for a while. All right, this isn't anything new. This is something we've been discussing for a long time. And the last couple of days have been a little frightening for some people. Some people are used to the stock market just going straight up. Well, stocks don't always just go straight up. We've had a little bit of a pullback here in the overall markets these last couple of days. And it is completely normal. It's normal. I think that, you had a nice rally back, a nice bounce back today. The SPY got back over the 50-day moving average, which will probably settle a couple of people's fears. Does it last? I'm not sure. We've got to see. We had a really good jobs number today. So I think once the 10-year kind of relaxed a little bit and people realized that the 10-year was not going to continue to push off that jobs number, and then it pulled back away from highs and settled. I think it settled around 155 on the 10-year, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't checked in the last maybe 45 minutes or so, but last I checked, it was around like 155, 154, or something like that. So once it pulled away from its highs, that kind of let the markets breathe a little bit. And you got this rally that occurred in the afternoon session. So we actually had a complete V-bottom reversal in the markets right from the dead low, and then we just ripped it all afternoon higher. What I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about today is a little bit more of an advanced type of trading strategy that I actually did in the morning. In the morning, I put on like a hedge trade, which was, I noticed that Facebook was significantly stronger than most of the tech stocks on the day, while the overall indexes were looking bearish and were selling off. So what I ended up doing was, and I wasn't sure if we were going to get a bounce off of the prior day's low or not, so I actually took a hedge trade where I actually got long. I was actually got into call options on Facebook while I bought put options in the overall markets. And that kind of hedged my bet to see, okay, what were we going to do? Were we going to take another leg down? Or if the markets actually were able to bounce, Facebook was one of the stronger tech stocks in the morning that I thought Facebook would give you a little bit of a move higher. So I actually took two opposite sides of a trade, and I was just kind of hedging my position. It was an okay trade there in the morning. Wasn't anything to really write home about. But I did add some new positions in my long-term portfolio today. So yesterday and today, I went shopping. Yesterday and today, I've added new positions in my long-term portfolio. We're going to talk all about that here today on this live stream. Okay. And then I've got something I got going on tomorrow. Guys, do not forget, tomorrow I'm doing a workshop from 2 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern, where I'm going to be doing a workshop for all my TeachD members specifically on how to trade in a down market. Okay. A lot of people were very scared in this morning. A lot of people were very scared yesterday. The bounce back this afternoon may have kind of settled some fears a little bit, but everybody was panicking yesterday. They were panicking again this morning. I traded through, obviously, the COVID crash in March. We did extremely well. We excelled, and I was actually able to position my long-term portfolio in a beautiful way to take advantage and really build some wealth. But I also traded through the 08-09 crash, and I excelled during that time as well, winning a Trader of the Year award from the fund that I worked at the time. So, I've traded through down markets. I do think we have a little bit more downside to go in tech. And since a lot of people were kind of getting a little scared over these last couple of days, so a lot of people maybe have never traded in a down market. I'm doing a workshop for TeachD members from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on how to trade in a down market. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit more detail about that later on the live stream. If you guys are brand new, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to this channel, because I'm always sharing with you guys golden nuggets of information on the channel, free lessons on both technical and mental aspects of day trading, swing trading, whether you're trading stocks or options. We trade everything in TTG. We do small caps, mid caps, large caps, options. We trade it all. So like I said, you guys want to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. My name is Michael Edward. I'm the head trader at True Trading Group. Began my career working at a fund in New York City. Did not let me touch a dollar of the money until I went through their training program. I've simplified that education. I've created a curriculum that teaches my TeachD fam on how to trade stocks and options, whether you're day trading or swing trading. And on this live stream, I give you guys golden nuggets of free lessons on a daily basis. We go over trade ideas. We do, I recap all my trades, and we go over some general market commentary on top of those lessons I give you guys for free. So like I said, subscribe, turn on your notifications. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button for me, guys. Turn that thumb blue. Show me how much you appreciate the time, energy, and effort that goes into all of these lives. I do them on a daily basis. Okay? So that's what we got going on here today, guys, on our live. The volatility continues. The moves that the markets are making are massive. These are not small range candles on the daily. These are very, very wide range candles that the overall markets are putting in. I'll just show you guys real quick, briefly. Like if you actually take a look at the size of these candles, I mean, it's tremendous compared to, when you look at, traditional types of days in the overall markets. We had some volatility back here too, if you guys recall that. That was a little scary pullback for a couple of people as well. But here you have it. Look at the size of these these are 10-point candles. All of these are like 10-point candles. So for the SPY to be moving 10 points in a single day is tremendous. That is tremendous volatility. And honestly, guys, it's incredible for active trading. It drives long-term investors completely crazy, but I don't think this volatility is going anywhere. In fact, I think it's going to continue, and I think we'll have some other key economic factors that can really kind of shake things up and give us some more downside and give us some more rallies back towards highs. And we still have a stimulus plan that is still lingering, that is trying to be pushed through Congress over the weekend. So you guys are going to have to be paying attention to what goes on with the stimulus package over the weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. You've got the COVID new variants. You've got, states opening back up. A lot of stuff going on that could potentially move markets. And this is why you have to be diversified in this market. There's so much opportunity in so many different places. In the last 2 days, I haven't even been that active these last 2 days. We had the Q put options from yesterday, which paid us really well. I wasn't that active today. I was just kind of adding to my long-term portfolio and taking some new positions. I will go over that with you guys on the live. I added 3 new stocks yesterday. I added 3 new stocks today. Okay. So I've been pretty busy kind of adding to some stuff in my long-term portfolio. They are starter positions, which means that the amount of money that I've decided I want to invest into these companies, I've put in about like 25 or 30% of that cash into the starter position. And then if those stocks continue to drop, if the markets continue another leg lower, I have more cash that I plan on adding to those names. So if you missed the live stream yesterday, I'll cover the three stocks I added yesterday. And of course, I'll go over with you guys the 3 that I added here today. Okay. So before I do kind of get things started here today, I want to know how many people that are on the live stream right now that it's your very first TTG live stream. This is your very first time on a TTG live stream with me. I want you guys to type the letter I in chat right now. This is your very first live. All right, we got Maddie, Luke Phillips, Kimberly, Al Hampton, Jay Wu, TL, Jose Lopez, Anthony Morgan, Angel Rodriguez, TJ Young, Charles Begley, Sexy Buddha, JRG, Nellis Q, Dale Cheney, I know Elon Musk cat. I see you, man. That's why I skipped over your name. Stovall, Alfie 445, Sadad, Matt Prokesh, Seda Sivam, Kelling Chang, Lasunda Washington. It's just Vince's second day. Vince, welcome, Vince Carbone. We got Dick Palnick, Birdsley, Doomhammer. Almighty Zeus is just here for the eyebrows. I don't know where this came from, man. All right, nice guys, good. So we have a couple of brand new faces here that are just joining us for the very first time. Welcome, all of you that are just joining. We have Twinkie Stew, another one. Welcome. The Wangs 100. We got Damon Dorsey. Nice guys, really nice, beautiful. Roman, nice guys. Wow, more. Okay, Jay Sky, Alan Wu, nice guys, excellent. Listen, for those of you that are brand new here, it's your very first time joining us on the live stream, you guys are in for a treat. Congrats, honestly, for finding the channel, because I give you guys free lessons on a daily basis, and it's important for me to just let you guys know I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. All the stuff that I share with my TGG members, I was taught. Okay, I was taught this stuff. I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught. This is what I learned when I was working at a fund in New York City. Like I said, they put me through an educational training program, and I've simplified that education, and I've created a curriculum for members. But on the live stream, I share with you guys some free lessons and golden nuggets on a daily basis. So you guys want to make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. Okay. We're going to start off the live stream here today, guys, before we get into the stocks that I added in my long-term portfolio and the hedge trade that I put on here this morning. That is something that that maybe some more experienced traders in here might be interested in. I'll talk to you guys about that. Good thing is we did have one small cap today that actually gave us follow through. And I mean like real follow through, EYES, EYES. For the last about 2 weeks, we haven't really had follow through on small caps. Actually, some of the best moves small caps were making were in the pre-market session, but we actually got EYES to give us a new high, consolidation, a new high, consolidation, and a new high. That's a good sign. We need to see maybe like 2 more trades, 2 more small caps like that can create some FOMO for some long-minded traders and can create like some anxiety and some fear and some short sellers to kind of shift things and turn the heat back on the small cap market. So that was a really good thing that we saw today. Maybe if we go into next week, if the overall markets kind of take a breather, maybe you get some more action in small caps. Because you guys have to realize that like when the overall markets are moving around as much as they actually are, traders will start to gravitate and focus their attention in larger things. Like they'll start focusing on the SPY, they'll start focusing on the Qs, they'll start focusing on Tesla and some of these larger names because the moves they're making are so huge. So if you just look at me as an example, just me, right? And then you gotta think how many people there are like me that are in the markets. Take me for an example. I love trading small caps. I trade small cap. When small caps are hot, I trade them basically every single day. But the last like week or two, there's been better action in large caps and the overall markets. You saw like yesterday had the QQQ trade on the put options. There was a couple times when like I shorted NVAX. Like there was a lot of other things that I've been doing. So you just take a trader like me, you're talking about, and if you talk about my position size in small caps with the buy and the sell, you're talking 6 figures of liquidity that are being taken away from a small cap and it's going into something else. Now, you think of how many traders there are like myself that may not be trading a small cap because I'm focusing on something else. So if the overall markets can start to calm down that volatility a little bit and they start to, instead of making these 10-point moves throughout the day, maybe they trade in like a 3-point range, traders will look for alpha, they'll look for volatility, they'll look for opportunity, and then that can pull some traders' attentions back into small caps. And if small caps are heating up at that same time, that's a perfect storm to catch some really good follow through in small caps. So maybe we can get that going into next week as well. I didn't trade EYES today. It was really the only small cap that gave you some really good follow through, but it was good to see. It was really good to see a lot of my members, my TGD fam, some of you that are here in chat. I see you guys, I see your names already. A lot of people in chat capitalized on EYES from the education. that's one of the key things that I also want to make sure that everyone that's brand new here, that you will realize as a member of True Trading Group, we teach you how to fish. Okay. I didn't trade eyes today, but a lot of my members did. A lot of my members banked on it because they have the education, and I will teach you guys how to identify your own trade opportunities and how to have the confidence pulling the trigger on those trade setups where you're not just sitting there saying, well, I'm not going to do anything until Mike does something, or I'm not going to do anything unless the Wolf does something, or I'm not going to do anything unless Momin does something, or Jay or Tone or any one of our other moderators in chat, where I want to make sure that you guys have the education and the confidence. And you get confidence by getting an education. The more you know the material, the more confident you'll be. It's like taking a college exam. You take a college exam, if you don't know the material, you're going to be nervous as hell taking the exam. And when you go to answer a question, you're going to second guess yourself because you don't know the material. You're not going to be confident in your answer. But if you know the material like the back of your hand, when that professor puts that test on your desk and you're going through the questions, you're answering those questions, you're answering them quickly and confidently because you know the material, and that gives you confidence in your answer. Same thing applies to trading. If you don't know what you're doing, it's very hard for you to have confidence in what you're actually doing because you don't know if you're doing it right or wrong. But when you guys get an education, my TC fam, I want you guys to actually comment in chat right now if you guys were making your own trades today or yesterday in chat off of the education that you guys are getting in True Trading Group, because I saw a lot of you capitalize on EYES today, and that really makes me honestly proud. Proud mentor, hashtag proud mentor, when I see you guys taking the education, because I know it means multiple things. It means the education works. Okay, that we already know. But it also means that you guys are putting in the time and the energy and the effort to actually learn this skill, and that makes me feel good. Okay, so sound off in chat right now, guys, if you are making money on your own trades. Okay, if you're a member of TTG and you are making money on your own trades, I want you to comment and sound off in chat right now. If you're not a member of TTG, guys, pay attention to the comments that are coming through in chat right now. It's one thing if you want to follow the alerts that the moderators send out, you certainly can. We send out the trade alerts. We're also talking to you live on the microphone as we're entering and exiting trades. But if you really want to get good at this and you really want to reach your full potential, being able to identify your own trade opportunities, that's where it's at. So see all the members that are commenting right now in chat with your with all the people that have been making money on their own. I love it. Yes. Yes, look at you guys. I love it. Look at that. Chance Vega, 72% win rate on his own trades. Boom. I love it. Hell yeah. Mikasa got some Tesla options. Bubbalicious wasn't even in chat and made money on their own through the education. Hell yes. Kevin Schaefer, my man, ripped 35% gains on eyes. That is awesome. This is awesome. KD trading yesterday and today have been my biggest days this year. Matthew Neal says, listening to chat helps inform me on all my trades. This is awesome. Paul caught $1.34 today. It's his best day yet. 294% on SQQ puts. My boy Chris, the OG. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Awesome. I'm so proud of you guys. I really am. I'm so proud of you guys. I love seeing you guys hit your own trades, man. I love seeing it. It's awesome. So, guys, what we're going to do here on this live stream, I'm going to give some time for people to log on. I know it's Friday. You guys want to go enjoy the weekend. I get it. But we got some important stuff to talk about. I added stuff to my long-term portfolio today. So I'm going to do a quick, 20, 30-minute Q&A. All right. I'll take a couple of questions. And then I'll give some time for people to log on while I answer some of your questions. And then we will go ahead and I'll talk about the hedge trade. I'll talk about the stocks I added in my long-term portfolio today. And I'll also recap for you the stocks I added yesterday in case you guys missed the live stream yesterday. So go ahead, guys, fire away. Ask me questions. I am here for you. Hell yeah, Brandon. Brandon goes, bro, this whole learn while your account is small technique so you are prepared for when your account grows, golden. Hell yeah. Oh, nice. You've been matching my buys in the long term. Cool. Nice. Match it. Yes, I am back up north. Lynn Tran says, if it wasn't for Teach D, I wouldn't be having a green day today. Nice. Buddha, are we safe or are we dipping more next week? Buddha, listen, we might get stimulus news over the weekend that could gap us up. We might get stimulus news. Hold on, guys. We might get some stimulus news that could potentially gap us up. Okay. We might get some stimulus news that could potentially gap us up on Monday. But I think there's more room to the downside. And there's more room to the downside on with your tech names. I think the correction in the NASDAQ is not yet finished. Mike, do you think we're in a secular bull market similar to the 40s, the 60s? Yeah, I think we're going to have a leadership change. I don't think this is a temporary change in I don't think this is just like a temporary pullback in tech and then tech's going to rally to all-time highs and take the markets to all-time highs with it. I think you're going to have a shift in leadership. Tech has been the market leader for the last 10 years. And I think now you're going to start to see that leadership shift. I think you're going to see that leadership shift. I think tech might underperform for the next year or so, while other value names kind of take front and center focus. But eventually, tech is where it's at. If you're looking to invest long term, like 10 years, 20 years out, you got to be in tech. You got to know your growth names in tech. Those are must owns. But I've got big enough positions in those names. I'm not adding to those positions at these price points. I also plan on selling them actually when the Federal Reserve raises rates. I plan on selling them when the Federal Reserve raises rates, which is probably not going to be for a while. But I think you're going to see kind of a shift in leadership. And I think it's going to go into some value names. Inflation. So some general questions I see some people are asking me about inflation. I don't think there's any way to stop inflation. I know that there is a lot of talk right now from Fed Chairman Powell that he's like, oh yeah, inflation, it'll be transitory. It'll be, it's not going to be like an ongoing inflationary environment. I just don't think I believe it. I don't think the markets believe it either. I think that's why the markets traded the way that they did the last couple of days. I just don't believe it. You're already seeing inflation in copper. Copper's exploded. You're already seeing inflation in lumber. Lumber's at all-time highs. Soybean, corn, coffee. You look at all those. You look at some of the metals. You look at all those commodities, and all those prices are really jumping. Take a look at the price of gas. Gas is starting to rise as well. And then with economic demand, once the economies open back up, coupled with more stimulus, trillions of dollars in stimulus, I just don't see how we don't have inflation. So just because Fed Chairman Powell says inflation's not a concern does not make me just say, okay, inflation's not a concern, because now some of you may be too young for this, but for those oldies that are on the live stream, in 2007, Ben Bernanke said that the subprime mortgage issue was well contained and was not systemic. That was after Bear Stearns went bankrupt. For those that don't know what Bear Stearns is, Bear Stearns was a very large investment bank on Wall Street. They went bankrupt because of the leverage they had tied to a bunch of mortgage-backed securities, subprime mortgage-backed securities. And at that time, Ben Bernanke, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, specifically said verbatim that the subprime mortgage issue was well contained. 1 year later, the entire global financial system imploded. And not a lot of people know this, but in 2008, we were maybe 48 hours away from you going to your bank, going to the ATM machine, and the bank saying, sorry, I don't have your money. We were probably 48 hours away from that in 2008. A lot of people don't realize that. 2008 was really scary. But the world did not end. We survived. The government rolled out the TARP program, which saved the banking system, which was a great program, by the way. The government made a ton of money on the TARP program. It was a really good program. And when I look now to where we're at, I kind of lost my train of thought there. I was kind of having flashbacks of 2008 and 2009 when I traded through all that craziness. Markets, we went from 14,000 on the Dow down to 6,600. Yeah. We went from 14,000 to 6,600. Yeah. So things were pretty crazy during that time, but that's when I excelled. All right. That's when I won the Trader of the Year award. I was actually shorting a lot of those financials, a lot of the banks. Goldman Sachs specifically, I remember was one of my biggest trades was short Goldman Sachs during that time period. But Lehman Brothers went to go out of business. But when it comes to this inflation issue, I just think that the point of me telling you that was that Ben Bernanke said it was not a problem. Turns out 1 year later, it was the biggest problem the world's ever seen. So just because Fed Chairman Powell is now saying inflation doesn't concern him, does not mean that inflation is not coming, or if it's not here already, or if it's not going to be a problem. Things do change and people are wrong. Now, I don't think Ben Bernanke said that maliciously. I don't think he was lying. I just think he was wrong. He's a human being. So is Fed Chairman Powell. So I just don't see how we don't have inflation once the economy fully opens back up with all of this stimulus, rising oil prices. I just don't see how we don't have rising inflation, and the Federal Reserve will have to raise rates at that time. It's low right now. I mean, inflation is still, the actual inflationary numbers are actually still low. They're still below 2%, which is minute and totally fine. Let's see. Ryan Bonney says, new to trading, seeking education guidance. Any advice on things to consider when choosing what program would be best fit? Ryan, seriously, dude, my TTG fam, hold on. Ryan Bonney, pay very close attention. Everybody on the live stream, anybody have any advice on what program that Ryan should choose as his best fit? Ryan, pay attention to the comments that are about to come through in chat, brother. Things that you want to consider when you're thinking about what program or what service that you want to join. Things that you need to consider are first of all, what is the background of the people that you are going to join? Okay, what's their background? What's their education? That's the first thing you have to make sure, like the credibility of the people that you're about to give your money to follow. Make sure, if I wanted golf lessons, I'm not going to get golf lessons from someone that shoots a 92. I'm going to get golf lessons from someone that shoots a 68. Okay. So you got to think about who you're going to be getting your education from. So that's one thing to consider is the credibility of the person or the people, the group that you're going to get your education from. Second thing is transparency. Make sure that you're dealing with someone that is not promising you the stars. Make sure you're dealing with someone that's very realistic with their expectations and what you can expect when you first start trading. Make sure it's someone that's not promising you you're going to make $1 million. Make sure it's someone that's not promising you just follow me, you'll triple your account. Make sure you're not someone that's saying, ooh, I'll give you the secret. There is no secret. Don't look for it. Stop looking for it. Trust me, I'll tell you, as someone that worked professionally on Wall Street, there is no secret. The only secret is an education on actually how to do this. There's no special pattern. There's no secret strategy. None of that nonsense. If you're looking for it, stop. Just support. You want to make sure that when you join the community, that once you join and you give them your money, that they're not done with you. You want to make sure that as a member of the group, the group, its members, the company truly care about your success and are willing to help you even after you pay for a membership. So you want to make sure that the people that you're signing up for are going to give you the same energy back that you're going to give to try to actually learn this skill. And with that said, guess what company does all of that better than anyone I know? TTG. Next question. Am I happy with where the SPY closed today? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm very happy with where the SPY closed today. I think we needed to get over that 50-day moving average for me to feel better about the bounce. Let me take you guys to the chart real quick. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So today's bounce back in the SPY was nice. You know, this is the bounce back. Okay. Now, that bounce back was nice. Right in here, I was saying that we really need to extend a little bit further in order for me to feel better about this bounce back, because that would get us over the 50-day moving average. And this 50-day has previously been support, right? This 50-day has been support, and we just flew right through it yesterday. So to rally back like that, now to get above it is good. I'm not saying I think that we're completely out of the woods yet. I'm not sure on that yet. I'm not sure if we're completely out of the woods, but this is a good close. It's nice to see us close above the 50-day like this, rather than struggle at the 50-day and then pull back and close like 379. You know, if we pulled back and closed 379, that would be a bearish close. This is a bullish close. I'm just not sure if we are completely out of the woods yet. All right, let's see here. Is it too late to buy puts on ARKK? Man, I mean, that thing's really gotten beaten up. I think it's really tough for you to buy puts right now, because this was a key support level, and we just bounced off of it. You also have your 200-day moving average sitting down there. I think it's not that it's too late in the sense that there's not any more downside. Let me pull up the chart so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So here's your chart, and here's your previous resistance level. Okay, there's your previous resistance level. And what you guys will see is that we came down here, touched that level, bounced off it pretty nicely. And then you see this 200-day moving average is now kind of coming into play here as well. So again, what I mean is, like, I'm not saying that there's not any more downside here, but I think that you've missed such a big move to the downside that if you just come in here and buy puts, I think you're going to get chopped out. You know, you can easily see ARK, you know, go back to 125, and then in 2 weeks later can drop down, you know, to 100. But I think if you come in and you start buying puts now, I think you get chopped out. So I think you've got to be careful with where you're going to be entering puts on these after you've had such a big move to the downside. All right, next question. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys about that in just a little bit. I'll talk to you about the stocks I added today in my long-term portfolio. I'll talk to you guys about that in just a little while. Right now, I'm just taking some blanket general questions right now, trading related questions, guys. But I will get into the stocks I added in my long-term portfolio today. When will the biotech sector recover? I don't know. I haven't really been following the biotech sector lately, honestly. Do I think EV stocks are dead now? I love that you just asked me that question. I love that you asked me that question. It's so funny how markets work and how people's psychology works. A couple months ago, I was crucified on this live stream for telling people, begging. I was literally begging people to take profit in all the EV stocks. Everybody thought I was an asshole. I was begging people to take profit. Now, those stocks have gotten crushed. And now I get questions like, do you think EV stocks are dead? No, I don't. I don't think they're dead. I'm actually very bullish on the EV sector. I'm bullish on the EV sector, but I'm just more bullish on battery technology and electric vehicle infrastructure than I am the actual electric vehicle automakers. And I've been saying that for a while, but I'm taking advantage of this. Bro, some of these stocks are 40, 50% off their highs. They've gotten crushed. And I'm taking advantage of this pullback when everybody hates them. And I'm starting to nibble. I'm starting to nibble on some electric vehicle related or sector related names. I'll go into that with you guys in just a moment. Yes, I am bullish on green energy. It's just a long ways away. I'm bullish on green energy, but it's a long ways away. I'm bullish on it, but not for, that's something that I think for the next, 7 to 10 years. Same thing goes to EV space. Like, you guys understand, like, I'm buying some of these stocks in my long-term portfolio with the full intention on holding them for 7 years, 10 years. Assuming inflation kicks in, how do you play that via shorts? Listen, if inflation gets out of control and the Fed has to raise rates, I'm gonna be in puts on every major index. I'll be in puts on the SPY. I'll be in puts on the Qs. I'll be shorting individual stocks. I'll switch from buying dips and I'll start selling rips. Um, I'll switch. I'll switch. And that'll be the first time that I'll sell my long-term portfolio. I haven't sold my long-term portfolio for over 10 years. That'll be the first time that I do. Vaccine companies, long-term investments. I actually don't like them for long-term investments unless they have a really, really in-depth and diversified pipeline. Like, I don't think that, like, I think these vaccine companies, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. That vaccine hype, I think, has come and gone. That's why I shorted Novavax. I shorted Novavax a few days ago. That stock's gotten crushed. Okay, we'll go to Novavax. You guys can just look at Novavax. I shorted this thing right here. This thing's really getting beat up. I'm not in the short position anymore, but we went all the way down and filled this gap. We went all the way down and filled this gap. I don't think that the vaccine companies are. Let me be more clear with the question that you're asking me. When you're saying, like, do I think these vaccine companies are long-term holds or good for long-term investments? I only think they're a good long-term investment if they have a very diverse pipeline of other things like that. It's not a good long-term investment because they have a COVID vaccine. If that's the only reason why you think it's a long-term investment, I disagree with you. Okay. I would say that, you have to, if you think it's a good long-term investment, it's got to be because of other drugs or other treatments that they have in their pipeline. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. Johnson. Yes. So that's the one I own. Exactly. So Michael Murray goes, J&J's okay. Dump everything else. Exactly. Johnson & Johnson. Now, this is a company that is, a very, has a lot of other things going on. Pfizer is the same thing. Pfizer has a big pipeline with a lot of other things going on. But, when you're looking at, other stocks that if you want to be long a stock long term just because it's got a COVID vaccine, it's the wrong reason. SIFI Technologies Limited, can I keep it long time? I don't think so. I don't know enough about the company, but I would say no. Yes, Julio Mata, VDE, Vanguard Energy ETF will be good for the long term. Define long term, but if you're looking at like 1 or 2 years, yes. Vanguard and Fidelity, I think, are some of the two best money managers out there. They're very consistent with their performance over an extended period of time. Vanguard and Fidelity are two of actually my favorites. So I have my long-term portfolio with JP Morgan Wealth Management and Fidelity. Vanguard is also fantastic. They've got great ETFs. No, I've not added to my AMD. I already own a lot of AMD from much lower prices. I have not added to my AMD yet, because, like I said, I think tech still has a little bit more room to the downside. So I've not added to my AMD position yet. No. Nice, Jimmy. Jimmy says I didn't like anything today, so I sat on my hands. That's great discipline. No, I do not own any CCIV. The only electric vehicle manufacturer that I own is Tesla. Okay, Pat. Okay, Pat, this is a good question. Guys, listen up. All right. So thanks, Mike. I love TTD learning. I got a question on eyes. I was up 16K in the morning. Then I went back in it after the afternoon during lunchtime, and then I lost double. Any advice to avoid that for other members? This is how you avoid that from happening to you. Pat, seriously, listen up. This is actually a really good question. And anyone else that struggles with giving back profits in the afternoon, listen up. If you guys have a good morning, okay, if you guys have a good morning, whatever is a good morning to you, okay, for some people, $100 is a good morning. For some, it's 1,000. For some, it's 10,000. Whatever's a good morning for you. First and foremost, set a hard 50% stop on your P&L for the rest of the day. So if $1,000 is a good morning for you, if you find you're only up 500, shut down your computer for the rest of the day. Number two, if you have a good morning and you want to keep trading in the afternoon, reduce your risk in the afternoon. So let's say your average risk per trade is $1,000. Per trade is $1,000, and you have a really good morning. You want to keep trading in the afternoon. Don't risk $1,000 in your afternoon trades. Risk like 700, risk 500, 600. Okay, so if you're still trading well, you're adding to your day. But if you take a loss, you're still protecting all your profits from the morning. That's tip number two. Tip number three is actually going to have to do with EYES specifically. Let me go to the charts. I want to show you guys this. So I actually mentioned this in chat today to all my members. My PhD family, you guys remember me saying this? You guys have to understand something. When a stock does this, it's very difficult for it to continue doing that in the afternoon. Let me explain what I mean in more detail. When you have a stock that rallies in the morning, okay, here's your morning. Let me actually go back so you can see this a little bit. Here, let me do this. Okay, so here you have a stock that rallies in the morning, right? Rallies in the morning. Big rally from $2 all the way to $4. Okay, huge rally in the morning. Then you have the stock, huge rally during lunch. Huge rally during lunch, okay, from 4 to 9. Another 100% move from 4 to 9. When you have a stock that rallies in the morning, then rallies in the afternoon, it is extremely difficult for that stock to rally in the afternoon. Extremely difficult for that stock to rally in the afternoon. Okay. Not to say it doesn't happen ever, but it's very difficult for this stock to then have gone and do this. Okay. It would have been very difficult for the stock to have done that later in the afternoon. The stocks that are going to have the best chance of doing that late in the afternoon are the stocks that don't do this during lunchtime. Okay. That's why you usually want to see the best setups for afternoon breakouts are going to be stocks that are strong in the morning, but consolidate during lunchtime. Lunchtime is typically from 12 to 2. Okay. Lunchtime is typically from 12 to 2. So when you have a stock that rallies like Eyes did in the morning, which is from 9:30 to 12, okay, rallies, then during lunch, rallies again, it's very difficult to then coming out of lunch to rally again. Okay. So that's another little helpful tip for you guys to think about when you are trading these small cap stocks and you're looking for those afternoon moves, or if you struggle with giving back a lot of your profit in the morning. It was just on the I screened the stock. It was just on the watch list because it was one of the leading gappers on the day, and then it had news. So it was one of the leading gappers of the day with news. What will my investment be in after I cash out my longs? I guess you mean when the Fed raises rates. It'll be right back into everything I just sold. Literally. It'll be right back into everything I just sold. No, there's not always a sell-off in March. No. Ah, nice. Elon Musk's cat goes, yo, I already got that tip saved in my voice notes. Rhino, that's a question for the Wolf, man. If you want, because I know they've got earnings coming up in a week or two for the pot stocks. That'll be a question for the Wolf. Just maybe talk to him in chat, or you have Weedapalooza Part 2 tomorrow. I'm sure he's going to talk about that probably in Weedapalooza. Weedapalooza is from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. It will be recorded and posted in your video library when it's over with. So I would definitely check that out, or maybe hop in there and ask him the question directly, or you can ask him the question on Monday in chat. Paul, AMC with the movie theaters reopening. IMAX has actually performed pretty well over the last month or two. Part of the reopening trade. AMC theaters, another one part of the trade. Listen, AMC was kind of lumped into the Reddit Wall Street Bets pump with like GameStop and KOSS, but I actually like AMC the best out of all of them because it is kind of part of the reopening trade. New York City is opening back up movie theaters. For one, I enjoy the movie theater. I really do. I like going to the movie theaters. They've got the nice like lounge chairs now, and you have like those little like pods and stuff now that are, I enjoy it. Getting some popcorn and the big screen, like that's how you should watch. Like going to see the Avengers in a movie theater versus on my couch, it's not the same. Like I can't wait till I can go back and start to go and watch movies in a movie theater again. So I actually think AMC is a pretty good play for the reopening trade. And the thing about AMC, which is nice, is that as soon as that stock starts to move, every single person on social media is going to talk about it and jump on it. So, I actually think AMC is a pretty decent play. All right, guys. So, all right, I think that just about does it there for our Q&A. Wow, it's already been, oh my God, it's already been 50 minutes. I can't believe how fast time flies when we're doing these Q&As. You guys asked some really great questions. That's why time flies. That's why time flies. So that just about does it there for our Q&A. What I want to do right now, I'll talk to you guys real quick about the hedge trade that I put on earlier today, just so you guys have an idea. For those of you that are interested in doing something like this, it's something that you guys could consider. So basically, what the hedge trade for me is, and I don't do this often, but when I notice a specific stock has relative strength compared to overall markets, and I think that markets may be, or relative weakness, okay? But for this example, this stock had relative strength, and it was Facebook. Microsoft also had some relative strength, but it was Facebook. And I said to myself, all right, it looks like the markets are going to continue lower, but we had such a heavy move to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if the markets just kind of snapped back. And I wanted to be in put options in the overall markets today. But Facebook was significantly stronger than the rest of tech. I mean, the NASDAQ is making new low. Facebook was still green. So I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm going to go after put options in the overall market. But if we bounce off of yesterday's lows, which at the time the NASDAQ was still up, well, the Qs, I should say, were still above the prior day's low. So I wanted puts, but if we stuck that double bottom and bounced, I wanted protection. Okay. What do we have here? Hold on, guys. I just joined the family. I'm officially a member. I paid for my nephew to become a member a month ago, and he's loving TTG. Nice! Jimmy Burloose, welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the family. Everybody give a big, warm welcome to Jimmy. Just joined the TTG family, and I'm glad to hear that your nephew is enjoying being a part of True Trading Group, and now I'm happy to hear that you're also part of the team. Nice. Michael just got his laptop. Nice, Mike. Good stuff. Okay. So again, going back to this hedge trade. So what I did was I got myself into put options on the SPY. And at the same time, I bought call options on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, if we break below yesterday's low in the overall markets, I'll cut the Facebook call and I'll just ride the profits on the put. If that low holds and we bounce, I'll cut the puts on the overall market and I'll ride the calls on Facebook. So it's a bit of a hedge trade. Okay. So my P&L on the positions literally go like this. Okay. My P&L on the positions go like this until I see and I get confirmation on direction. And then I'm doing this. And then I say, okay, it looks like I'll cut this loser, realize that loss, and then let this gain extend to then peel profits off the table on that trade. And it leaves you with not a home run trade because you still are realizing the loss on the other position, but it's a hedge. It's a hedge. And that's what I did this morning. And I got myself into Facebook calls. I got myself into SPY puts, and they kind of bounced around. I was holding both. And then once markets cracked, I said, okay, I'm going to time to cut the calls. And I rode the puts. And I was able to take some profits off the table on that put option trade. So let me talk to you guys about that real quick. We'll go to the charts. First, I'll go to Facebook. And this is what I'll show you guys with regards to Facebook. So here's Facebook in the morning. And see how Facebook was holding yesterday's close? This dotted line is yesterday's close. You see how it was support this whole time? Well, while Facebook was holding green, the Qs selling off, going red, and making new lows of the day. Okay, we're selling off and making new lows of the day. Now, here's yesterday's low. This is what I was talking about. Okay, so there's yesterday's low. At this point right here, I decide I want to be in put options in the overall market because I think we're going to go lower. But I was a little hesitant because we're right in front of yesterday's low. And in case we bounced off yesterday's low, I didn't want to get caught buying puts right in front of the low. So to hedge myself, I said, okay, I'll buy puts on the overall markets, but then I'll buy call options on Facebook. So in case the markets hold, I thought Facebook would actually climb higher and I would be in call options on Facebook if the markets held the lows. Okay. So that's exactly what I did. I went ahead right here. I bought call options on Facebook. And right here, I bought put options on the SPY. Okay, so there I got put options on the SPY. I'll take you guys to my actual trades. Okay, so the Facebook call was the 265 strike, March 12th expiration call at 390. And the SPY put was the 375 strike put, 38 expiration at 358. So 390. The call cost me 390. The put cost me 358. Okay. And then what you'll see is we kind of sat here and kind of bounced around a little bit. Facebook kind of sat there and kind of hung out for a little bit. And then once the Qs broke right there, bang, at that moment, that's when I said, okay, it's time to exit the Facebook calls because the NASDAQ's not going to bounce. So I exit the Facebook calls at that time. Okay, we exit the Facebook calls at that time, realize the loss on the Facebook calls, and then begin to take profits on the SPY puts. Okay, so the Facebook calls I get out, Facebook calls are exiting that trade at 275, and the profit taking on the calls, the profit taking on the puts, 415, 451, and 485. Okay, 485 bulk position comes off the table. I held on to one last small piece of those puts on the SPY to see if we continued lower, and I bailed out of them right there. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a hedge trade. Just a little bit of a hedge. This is not something that I do often. And then you can see once markets rallied back in the afternoon, you can see Facebook was one of the stronger plays, up 2.5% on the day. Microsoft was also very strong. Microsoft up 2% on the day as well, once the markets actually rallied later in the day. Okay, so did anybody have any questions about this specifically? I don't recommend do this if you're an inexperienced trader, honestly. Trying to manage two different option positions, one call, one put. I don't necessarily think that if you're inexperienced, I don't think you guys should maybe necessarily do this. But it's what I did today. It's more of an experience type of trade. You're sacrificing a lot of reward to limit your risk. So that's why, very rarely on a trade like this will you get a home run, because you're going to realize a loss on the opposite side of the trade. And once you realize the direction, you cut the loss, the losing side of the trade, and then you ride that winning side, but you've already realized that loss. So your P&L, you have two positions, and as one P&L goes up, the other goes down. So they basically cancel each other out until you cut the loser, and now you'll realize the profit on the rest of that trade. When the markets reversed in here, guys, I wasn't trading in here. I was actually doing a one-on-one mentor session with one of my members. So when the market started to bounce and rally back, I wasn't trading at that time. All right, good. So no questions there, or no further questions there. Perfect. All right, so that was the SPY, guys. That's the overall markets. Now let's talk about stocks I've added in my long-term portfolio. Okay, let's talk about stocks I've added in my long-term portfolio. All right. I'll start with what I added yesterday. Okay, I'll start with what I added yesterday. So for those of you that missed my live stream yesterday, let's go to the charts and I'll just show you guys what I added in my long-term yesterday. Okay, so yesterday I bought IPOE. What an entry on IPOE. I bought IPOE yesterday at $15.65. That stock now all the way to $17.45. A nice bounce back recovery right there. Oh, I still have the circle to right there was my entry on IPOE yesterday. So I bought IPOE in my long-term portfolio yesterday. Yesterday, I also bought Plug in my long-term portfolio, basically right here. 39 and change is where I bought plug in my long term. I'll slow down so you guys, I know some people want to write this down. I bought IPOE at like 1565. Okay, that's IPOE. I bought plug at like 39 and change. And then I also bought ChargePoint, CHPT. Right, I bought ChargePoint at 24 and change, or 2390, I believe maybe was the entry, 2390 on ChargePoint. That's ticker symbol CHPT. Ticker symbol CHPT. Okay, so those are 3 stocks I bought yesterday. All right. So again, that's IPOE, that's PLUG, and that's CHPT. Those are 3 stocks I bought yesterday on my long-term portfolio. Starter positions in all 3, which mean I have additional cash on the sideline in case those stocks move lower. If the markets move lower, that I can add to those positions. Okay, starter positions in all 3. Now, the 3 stocks I bought in my long-term portfolio today, Tesla. Okay, I bought Tesla in my long-term portfolio today at 558 and change. Okay, right down here, 558 and change. Right here was my buy in Tesla, my long-term portfolio, 558 and change. All right, I think that Tesla is a good buy in the 500s. Okay, so we dipped down into the 500s today. I said, okay, great. I'm taking my starter position in the 550s, 558 and change. It's like 559. It was like 558.80 something was my entry, the actual fill on Tesla. And again, this is a starter position. I will add more if Tesla gets down to 500, and I will add even more if Tesla gets into the 4s. Okay, so that's a starter position on Tesla. Today, I also added a starter position on Fuel Cell. Fuel Cell was $12 and change, $12 and 20 something cents, I believe it was. That stock's at 13 now. Again, this is a starter position on Fuel Cell. Bought it today in my long-term portfolio, $12 and change. Stock is now over 13. And last but not least, stock I added in my long-term portfolio today, NNDM. NNDM is a stock I added in my long-term portfolio today. That one also just under $6 and change on NNDM. Stock is now at 765. Okay. So in the last 2 days, I have added 6 stocks to my long-term portfolio. They're all starter positions. Again, which means I have more cash on the sideline that I will deploy if those stocks move lower. Also important for me to note, these are stocks I plan on holding for many years. Okay, stocks I plan on holding for many years. Yes, I do own QS from 50. I do own QS from 50. Carmencita, I do own QS. Okay. So I do own QS. Again, these are stocks I plan on owning for many, many, many years. Okay. So if you're going to put money into them and you're going to follow me on these long-term investments, make sure this is money that you do not need for many years. Don't put money that you need to pay your bills into this stock because it's going to force you to want instant gratification. And I'll say this has been kind of the mindset of the last 2 days, which is do not let your desire for instant gratification cause you to miss out on building long-term wealth opportunities. Okay. So also important for me to note that aside from Tesla, these are very young companies. Now, my advice to someone that is starting a long-term portfolio for the very first time, my advice to you is build your long-term portfolio around mature, proven companies. Build your long-term portfolio around Starbucks, around, Apple and Facebook and Microsoft, Home Depot. Build your long-term portfolio around Costco and Walmart, like these big Pepsi. Build your long-term portfolio around those companies first to develop the foundation and the core of your long-term portfolio. companies that have already proven themselves before you start investing in small companies that have not yet proven themselves. I have an extremely diverse long-term portfolio. I own probably 200 different stocks. So, for me, I've got my core holdings in my long-term portfolio, and then I have all these small companies that I go after and I take my shots with in my long-term holdings. Because listen, if you're not going to get 1,000% gain on Apple, but you could get 1,000% gain on QS. You could get 1,000% gain on NNDM if those companies over the next 10 years are able to actually grow into an industry-leading company. These companies, though, at the current time are very young. They still have to prove themselves. Okay? They still have to prove themselves. So it's important that you make that distinction when you're investing in your long-term portfolio on a company that is new and has a lot to prove. That's going to be a high risk, high reward investment. In NNDM, a fuel cell, a QS, these are high risk, high reward long-term investments. These are companies that I could very easily get 300, 500, 800% gains on over the next 5 to 7 years if they're able to actually succeed. But these are also companies that could fail and you could be looking at a 50, 60% loss. Very important that you understand that the difference in building your long-term portfolio and how you want to actually go about structuring it. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. All right. Let me see here, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it. So that does it there on the long-term investment. Oh, yeah. Dividend stocks. Hell yeah, man. Dividend stocks are great. Dividend stocks. Yeah. I mean, I have a whole section for dividend stocks. Some of my favorite dividend stocks. Chevron is a monster. ABBV is another really good one. Verizon's great. Altria MO is another good one that I own. Pepsi is another really good one. ABBV is one of my favorites. These are all, some really good dividend paying stocks. Some really good dividend paying stocks. All right. So guys, remember, tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing a workshop for my teaching members in chat on how to trade in a down market. We're going to talk about long-term portfolio stuff, how to be adding and how to stay calm and how to identify opportunities in your long-term portfolio when markets are trading down, but also how to actively make money on the way down while stocks are moving down, because you guys can easily make money on the way down just like you can when the stocks are going up. And I'm going to go over that in an entire workshop with you guys. We're going to talk about shorting. We're going to talk about put options. We're going to talk about risk. We're going to talk about a lot of these different things in this workshop tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. If you want to join me for that workshop, you have to be a member by midnight tonight. Okay, you got to be a member by midnight tonight. My THD family members, I want to know real quick before I actually move on. My THD fam, how many of you are better traders now that you are part of True Trading Group? Sound off in chat right now. I want to know if you are now a better trader because of True Trading Group. Sound off in chat right now. I want to know, and I think a lot of our viewers here that are not members of TGG are probably also kind of curious to know if our members are having success or not. Sound off in chat, guys. Nice. Look at all these comments. You guys are the best, man. EG goes, I just joined, but I'm feeling much confident already. Okay, this is look at all these comments. I learned a truckload. I'm not losing anymore because I'm doing classes first. Yes, I'm definitely better. Great mentoring. Yes, and I'm still learning. Yes, absolutely learning 100% without a doubt. You know, I mean, 1,000% better. Heck yeah. I'm so much more disciplined for sure. 100%, 100%, 100%. Major facts. Me, so much better. I mean, I just love it. I love seeing this from you. Much better. Not chasing. Take profits now. I'm a total novice. I learned so much. This is awesome, man. TGD made a huge difference. TGD is very worth it. 1,000%. Stop gambling. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Learn so much about patience, not chasing. I love it. Guys, pay attention to the comments that are coming through in chat. These are real people, man. These are your peers. Pay attention to what your peers are saying. All right. Pay attention to your peers. Now, what I want to know, how many people on the live are not a member of True Trading Group? Type the letters TTG in chat right now. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, type the letters TTG in chat right now. Hell yeah, Chris. Chris Cranfell says, Mike, I owe you for the fact that my account has grown from 500 to 5,000. Nah, brother. Listen, I'm just doing what I can, man. You're the one pulling the trigger. Great job, Chris. Really great job, man. Proud of you. All right, not a member. We got Zach, Sean, Just, Matt Van, Hope Brown, D. Smith, Maria, Hassam, Dennis Charbonneau. I definitely screwed that up. Twinkie Stew, RV, Deister, Tech It and Go, Tim Hopkinson, Kevin Stevens, Grant, Katakosa, Deister. Yeah, I think I caught you before. Yeah, I caught you, Deister. I said your name before already. Oh, my back is killing me, guys. I gotta go to the chiropractor. Alfredo, Todd Chisholm. Great, guys. Trades for free. Matt Van Slyke. My bad, bro. My bad. Manuel Diaz. Nice, man. Good. A lot of non-TTG members that are here with us today. Welcome. Seriously, all of you that are not members, guys, welcome. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications, like I said. But let me explain to you, for those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, listen up, seriously, because you saw all the members that just commented about they're better traders now because of TTG. They're better traders because of the education. They're better traders. You saw everybody just comment that. But it's important for me to make sure you guys understand that they didn't just magically become better traders. You're not going to join True Trading Group and just all of a sudden start making money. You have to be willing to put in some time, energy, and effort in actually learning this skill. Okay. You actually have to be willing to put in that energy and effort to learn it. It's just like any other skill. You're not going to become good at any skill, at anything, literally anything. It's not just trading. It's any part of life, any new skill you're trying to learn. You want to take up painting. You want to become a good painter. You don't have to practice painting. You want to be a good baker. You have to bake your little ass off until you can start baking well. Okay. You want to go become a professional baseball player? Great. You better go practice your ass off if you want to learn this skill and actually become a professional baseball player. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I just read something that really made me laugh. I'm sorry. You guys can blame Adam. You guys can blame Adam for that one. But yeah, you guys have to be willing to put in some time, energy, and effort if you guys ever want to really truly learn the skill. No one's going to do the work for you. I promise. Literally, no one. Not me. Not anyone. No one's going to do the work for you to reach your goals as a consistently profitable trader. That's what you guys all want to get to. You want to get to a point where you're consistently profitable trading. You're not going to get there if you're not willing to put in some time and energy behind it. My family and my members that you see commenting in chat right now, they were willing to put in that work and they're seeing the results because of it. It's not a coincidence. It all starts with the right education, the right tools, the right community and support to help you guys learn, trade, and profit. And that's what TG is all about, helping you all stand on your own 2 feet. As a member of True Trading Group, guys, it's a 1-year annual membership. That annual membership normally costs $2,212, but on the live stream tonight, you can get a 37% discount, good until Sunday night at midnight, until where you can actually get a price of $1,377. So it's normally $2,212 for the year, but tonight on the live stream, you can get a 37% discount, brings the price all the way down to $1,377 until Sunday at midnight. You can use coupon code TTG121. Okay. Sunday at midnight, the price is going up by a couple bucks. We'll continue to go up as we work ourselves back up towards a $2,000 price point. There are no upsells. There's no add-ons. You pay one price. You get access to everything, every course, every tool, every resource. You name it, we've got it. We do not have a monthly membership. Matt, I saw you ask me that question before. We do not have a monthly membership. Let me explain to you why. First of all, 1 month is not enough time for you to go through all the courses, go through the video library, attend a private study group session, use all the resources and tools that are on the website for you, trade on the simulator, and see if this is something that can work for you. 1 month is not enough time. That's reason number one. Reason number two, myself and all of our moderators, we give you guys 110% of our time, energy, and effort, and that's the damn God's honest truth. Anybody that's on this live stream that's a member, you guys can all verify the amount of time and energy that myself and my mods put into your education and your training. Tomorrow is Saturday. We have two-hour workshops going on tomorrow for TeachD members. One is with the Wolf, Jason Spatafora. It's a Weedapalooza Part 2 workshop from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. And then from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing a workshop with all my members. That is my Saturday afternoon that I could be spending with my friends, my family. Instead, I'm spending it with my TeachD members to make sure that they get the education, the training that they need in a time and a market environment that a lot of people have a lot of questions. If I'm going to give you that kind of time, energy, and effort, you better be willing to give it back to me. Because if you're not, I'm sorry, I do not want you as a member of True Trading Group. If you're just going to sign up and be like, yeah, Mike, I know about the courses. I know about the study groups. but I don't really care about that. Just tell me what to buy. If that's what you're looking for, sign off the live stream, keep it moving. There's some other group that will be more than happy to take your money and just give you a bunch of trade alerts that you're not going to know what to do with and end up losing money anyway. But if you really want to learn how to actually do this and you're willing to put in some energy and effort, let's do it. I'll be with you every single step of the way. This is my passion. I do this on a daily basis. Been doing it for a very long time, and I'll be standing there with you right by your side to walk you through the entire process, just like all the mods will, just like all the TeachD members will. But if you're looking for shortcuts and you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, I'm sorry, TeachD is just not for you. Okay? Before I get into why 1377 is not a lot of money, okay? Because some people are like, oh, man, that's a lot of money. Let me explain what you actually get. It's not just a chat room and trade alerts. You're not paying $1,300 just to get my trade alerts. TTG is an entire platform. Before I get into what you get access to, how many of my TTG members have already made their membership fee back? And do you think a membership is worth it? Do you think the membership is worth $1377? Have you made your membership fee back, and is it worth it? Anyone that typed the letters TTG in chat before saying you're not a member and you're considering joining, I want you to stop looking at me and look at the comments that come through chat. These are your peers. These are people that are no different from you. These are people that found True Trading Group most likely the same way you did, and that was a live stream. These are people that probably took advantage of some kind of coupon code. They signed up. They went through the courses. They've seen the video library. They've gone through the tools and resources. They've done a one-on-one or a private study group. These are all Suge's cousins. And they are seeing results. Listen to them. Don't even listen to me. Because you might be like, oh, well, how do I know this is legit? I don't know. Listen to members. That's the best way for you to know. Listen to your peers. You know, how do you know that a restaurant is good when you're deciding to go get dinner? with your spouse and you're like, oh, let's go to a good restaurant. Why do you go to one restaurant over another? Why? Because maybe your friends told you that this restaurant was good. So you're going to go try that restaurant out, aren't you? Maybe one of your friends tells you, oh, I just tried a really nice bottle of wine, and you're at the wine store and you're going to buy that bottle of wine. Why? Because one of your friends told you that it was good. Okay. So listen to your peers. Seriously, listen to them. We're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot, guys, with 1,000 reviews. There's over 1,000 reviews on Trustpilot, and we are 5-star rated, like 4.9, I think, is our thing right now. 5-star rated, 4.9, over 1,000 reviews. That's not a coincidence. Okay. When you are a member, when you guys decide to become a trader, you're becoming the ultimate entrepreneur. You know, you guys are, I don't know many places you can take 1377, invest in yourself, get an education to learn a new skill, and then start making money with like $500 after that in your trading account. You're essentially starting your own business as a trader for $2,000, less than $2,000. I don't know many other places that you can do that. Okay. We take the top premium trading tools and products and we bundle them together as part of your membership. TTG is a platform. It's not just a trade alert service. Included in your membership, you guys will get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. This gives you live breaking to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat room. And we also comes with a squawk box feature that lets you turn on your speakers and listen to the news as it comes across the wire instead of reading it. Okay, you also get quote streams, real-time level 1, full book level 2, and real-time options data that comes with a trade simulator. This will let you trade stocks and options with fake money while you practice implementing what you learn in the courses. Use the simulator. Prove to yourself that you can make money before you start risking your hard-earned cash. Okay, all of this is included for free with your membership. There are no additional fees or charges. All of this is included. You also get access to a Trade Ideas real-time scanner that is streamed directly to members throughout the day. That shows you what stocks are making new highs, what stocks have unusual volume activity, what are your top gainers, so you know where you should be trading, what stocks you should be trading on the day. You also get access to TradingView's Pro Charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares amongst active traders today. All of these tools are free with your membership. There's no upsells for any of this stuff. You're also going to get a minimum 10 easy to follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders that are sporting over an 80% win rate. We are fully transparent in True Trading Group. We keep an entire trading journal on our website that shows you every single one of our buys, every one of our sells, all of our winning trades, all of our losing trades, all of our break-even trades. They are all right there for you to see on our website. Fully transparent with you guys in True Trading Group. You also get included with your membership one small private study group with a TTG moderator. This is your chance to attend a private study session. You can ask questions, go over certain topics, okay? Go over certain topics and lessons that you need help with. You get access to the entire TTG curriculum as well. You don't sign up, then all of a sudden there's these special VIP courses that cost more money. You get access to the entire curriculum. This is a simplified version of the education I received while working at the fund in New York City. Beginner courses, advanced courses, option courses, trader psychology courses, swing trading courses. You get access to all of them. They're in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Then on top of the courses, you get a video library that has over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are recorded workshops and webinars that myself and the other moderators have conducted that cover various trading topics. Okay, some to just name a few is how to grow a small account from 500 to 25K, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO and have confidence pulling the trigger. You got the Weedapalooza event tomorrow. You've got the how to trade in the down market workshop tomorrow. That will all be loaded into the video library upon completion. Okay, you guys have access to all of this as a full-time member of True Trading Group. Okay, there's our Trustpilot page. I welcome anyone that is considering. I welcome you guys to go check out the Trustpilot page and read some of those reviews for yourselves. Okay, so for those that think 1377 is a lot of money, let me put things into perspective. That Benzinga newsfeed is they charge $1,188 a year for that service. Real-time level 1 and level 2 is $990 a year. The trade simulator is $750 a year. The charting software from TradingView, that's $720 a year. Guys, that's $3,648 in premium trading products and tools that are included for free with your membership. Okay? That is included with your membership. There's no upsells for any of this stuff. All right? So guys, take advantage of that coupon code TTG121. Get the 37% discount and lock in that $13.77 price point, because on Sunday at midnight, that price is going up. And if you want to join me tomorrow for the How to Trade in a Down Market workshop, you've got to be a member by midnight tonight. So use coupon code TTG121 by midnight tonight. Also, anyone that signs up by midnight tonight is also going to get included with your membership a brand new laptop. Okay.
Yo. Not tonight. We are. Hang on a second. Guys. Hang on.
All right. Damn. All right, guys, that's my fault. All right, so that's my fault. We're out of laptops. All right, so we're out of laptops. Whoever signed up tonight by midnight was gonna get a free laptop. We're out of laptops, but I already said it. So Shug and myself, Adam, that's who you guys just saw, will order more laptops for anyone that signs up before midnight on Sunday. Okay? So anyone that signs up with coupon code TTG121, Adam, I'm sorry. I already said it, man. I already said it. I'm sorry. I already said it. I'm not going to take it back. Anyone that signs up with coupon code TTG121 by Sunday at midnight, I will throw in a free laptop. I thought we had more to offer tonight, but anyone that signs up by Sunday, I'll include a brand new laptop. It'll be either an Asus, HP, Acer, Dell, Lenovo, or Chromebook. For anyone that signs up by midnight tonight, Adam, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I didn't really want to have a Saturday anyways. So
hey man, I'm working Saturday. I'm doing the How to Trade in a Down Market workshop.
Yeah, but you're the guy.
Yeah, but you're the guy too.
Yeah, but I'm just the guy behind the guy. You're the guy.
I'm the guy, and then you're the guy that's behind the stuff, and there's a curtain there. There's a little dog in a basket and some red shoes.
Did you just quote Wizard of Oz?
Some guy that's made out of straw.
You just quoted Wizard of Oz?
You're the guy behind the curtain, man.
My God, your pop culture references are either 100 years old or not at all.
I'm sorry.
All right.
But that's what I'm doing, guys. Anyone that signs up by Sunday at midnight, you guys are getting a free laptop in addition to the 37% discount. Adam's going to curse me out when I get off this live stream, but it's okay. I don't mind. I'm going to go eat some sushi later, and I'm not going to think about it. Adam, I'm sorry. We give back to all of our members, guys. We give back to all of our members. Something that we do in True Trading Group, we actually just launched our TGD stimulus plan, which is something that we do with our members every day. We give away $100 to 5 TGD members because honestly, we got tired of waiting for the government to send out stimulus checks to people that really need it. So we are doing our own TGD stimulus, and every day in the month of March, we are giving away $100 to 5 TGD members. That's $500 a day. That's our stimulus package. And then also every trading day, not weekends, every trading day. We also do a Tesla giveaway. Every time that TGD gets 300 new members, we raffle off a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash, whichever the winner prefers. It's up to them. We did that the other Sunday. We are about 70% of the way there, I think, for our next Tesla giveaway. So we could be doing one as early as maybe not this Sunday, maybe this Sunday after that, where we're going to be giving away another Tesla or $30,000. All you got to do is be a current full-time member of True Trading Group, and you'll be able to enter that raffle for a chance to win a Tesla or $30,000. Okay. And then lastly, guys, if you're still on the fence, last thing I'm willing to do, and then I'm going to jet and enjoy my weekend and actually get some notes together, prepare for my workshop tomorrow. If you are considering joining True Trading Group and you still haven't pulled the trigger, I'm willing to do one more thing. I'm about to show you guys how much I believe that True Trading Group can work for you if you're willing to put in some time and energy and some effort behind it. If you sign up with coupon code THD121 by Sunday at midnight, and then if you go through all our courses, pass all our quizzes, attend a private study group, if you do those three things and you still don't make back the $1,377 at least one time throughout your year membership, I'll give you a full refund. I'm offering anyone that signs up by midnight on Sunday a money back guarantee that if you don't make your membership fee of $1,377 back at least one time after going through all our courses, passing all the quizzes, and attending a private study group, if you do those three things and still don't make it back, I'll give you a full refund. That's how much I believe that if you are willing to put in some work, this can work for you. I see the success my members are having. You see the success they're having by commenting in chat. This education is what has allowed them to get to that point, and I'm confident that this can work for you. There's no difference between them and you. There's no difference between them and you. So if you're willing to put in some energy and effort to do this, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm willing to offer you that money back guarantee. That's for those that use coupon code TTG121 by midnight on Sunday. If you're still not sure, we do have a 7-day program. It's a 7-day trial program. It's only $3. It's a one-time payment. No auto renew, no reoccurring payment, just $3, less than a cup of coffee. You'll be able to be on our member dashboard for 7 days. You'll be able to come in our chat room, our trading chat room live for 3 days, and you'll be able to get 3 sample trial courses included. Anyone that joins the trial today, you'll be able to come and chat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So your 3 days in chat will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if you sign up today. Don't wait until Monday to sign up. Sign up for the trial today if you want to, because then over the weekend, you can go on the dashboard. You can go through the course, some of the trial courses that are included with your trial, and get yourself ready for Monday. So again, that's our 7-day trial. It's only $3. Go to ttgthree.com if you guys want to join the 7-day trial. Otherwise, join now with coupon code THD121, and you guys will be able to attend tomorrow's How to Trade in a Down Market workshop. You'll lock in the $1,377 price point because as a trial member, you're not going to get that price point. You'll also get a free laptop, and you guys will be able to have your name included in our next Tesla $30,000 giveaway. That's anyone that uses coupon code TTG121 by midnight on Sunday. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys, on this live stream. You guys are the best. I appreciate you all. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, smash that like button. Enjoy your weekend, my THD fam. I'll see you guys tomorrow in that How to Trade in a Down Market workshop. Later, guys. Everyone have a